incredible experiences. I don't recognise sometimes, to be fair, the description of Roy Keane or David Beckham or Wayne Rooney. I don't recognise it actually sometimes. I don't recognise the actual description of them. I know there are moments where they may have done an individual thing, but actually from a point of view of the 99.9% of the time that I was with them during a football career, it isn't them. It isn't them as people. You know, Roy at home would be completely different than Roy maybe in the change room or Roy on the pitch, or same with all of us. And the scrutiny on these individuals is because they were the best players, the most famous players, the players who had the best story. You go back to George Best, you go back to all the players who've had great careers. They're the best players. They're the best players, and they're playing for the biggest club. A club that a club that has an obsession. In Dublin, in Cork, in Thailand, in Singapore, in Manchester, in London, everywhere. That's why Paul Pogba now is the obsession. Because he's the biggest player at the biggest club. He's a World Cup winner. And it should be a compliment that people are talking about him. I don't see it. When I criticise Paul Pogba, when I criticise Paul Pogba after the penalty incident at Wolves, I don't see it as being any different than the criticism of, say, Roy Keane or David Beckham or Wayne Rooney. The best player, the leader, the captain in the team will stand up and he will take the brunt of the criticism, just as the manager will and the coach will. It won't be the assistant coach, it won't be the left winger or the right back or the left back. It will be the player who is the #1 player in the team. And that's never changed. It's not, you know, but I'm sure Paul Pogba, you know, I speak to people, and apparently he's a great lad. He trains well. He wants to, he's a really good person. I actually was at the club with him when he was a young lad. So when people criticise him or put the pressure on him or apply the pressure on him, it's because he's the best. He's the shining light. He's the Brian Robson of the 80s now. United are in trouble. People hung everything off Brian Robson. Everybody now hangs a lot off Paul Pogba. But that's the pressure that he wants. He wants to be the best player in the world. So now, go and show us that you're the best player in the world. Carry this team, which is young, inexperienced, hasn't got the most know-how, needs leaders and characters on the pitch. And I said 2 weeks ago, to be fair, on television, wouldn't it be great if he thought of himself as being the player of the year this year? The player of the year. What does he need to do that? Carry Manchester United into the Champions League, win the Europa League, drive them forward, take it as your responsibility. You're at this club for 12 months and you're going to be the best player in the league and one of the best players in the world. That's what I want from Paul Pogba. That's what I want from him, because I think he's capable of doing it. I think he's capable of doing it. I have faith in him to do it. But then I see an incident like Wolves, and that disappoints me. That disappoints me. So he has to take the criticism for that.